Annually, a multitude of individuals capture mysterious videos, leaving us with more questions than answers. A captivating video was captured in the airspace above Texas. Mariam Bouzo, the person who captured the clip, sent a message inquiring whether anyone has observed any peculiar occurrences in the skies above Houston. Oddly enough, it didn't take long for other individuals to come forward and provide specific accounts of witnessing a similar phenomenon. One person reported observing a stationary object in the sky while flying into Houston. They mentioned being unable to record any videos due to the rapid movement of the object, but their description aligns with what Mariam had captured. Mariam saw that the object remained motionless in the sky for a duration of 15 minutes. She noted that the item lacked any illumination, resembled the surrounding clouds, and was clearly distinct from any form of wildlife. Subsequently, several individuals proposed the possibility that the phenomenon could be attributed to a group of avian creatures traversing the vicinity. However, the prevailing theory is that the video does not correspond to any known animal species, mostly due to the absence of observable movement in the captured object. As the post gained popularity, an increasing number of Texas residents chimed in, expressing their opinions. Many of them claimed that a similar object was observed in the sky last year, bearing a resemblance to the current one. This thing lacked lights, emitted no sound, and appeared to remain stationary. Inhabitants throughout the United States have been observing peculiar objects over an extended period of time. An increasing number of individuals have reported the presence of big black triangles, according to the National Institute for Discovery Science. This organization has seen a growing trend of individuals across the United States reporting sightings of these black triangles each year. According to their study, the United States is presently undergoing a surge of sightings of flying triangles, which may have escalated during the 1990s, particularly in the latter half of the decade. The wave persists, and the deployment of the flying triangles is occurring in a conspicuous manner above and in close proximity to areas with high human density, especially in the vicinity of major interstate highways. Since the initial observations, other individuals have proposed their own hypotheses regarding the nature, ownership, and origin of these phenomena. Officials and locals in Peru have said that a mysterious incident took place on the night of August 29th in the Peruvian province of Chincheros, specifically in the district of Ocobamba. Oddly enough, this happened around the same time as mysterious entities were seen throughout the area, causing some of the locals to suggest that they may be behind what happened. Many have said that the event has been covered up, but local residents have expressed beliefs that the notorious Chupacabra may be responsible. Upon discovery, the two farmers were surprised to find what they did. Each sheep had a conspicuous and profound cavity in its head, while the lambs had their eyes extracted. Upon further investigation, it was revealed that a significant number of sheep had also undergone the removal of certain organs. The distressing sequence of events began with farmer Emilia Ruiz Santos, who tragically discovered 16 of her sheep scattered on the ground just outside the enclosure where they had spent the night. Notably, another farmer named Segundina Quispe, residing in Palomino, faced the same distressing ordeal when 14 of her sheep were found in the same condition, mirroring the unsettling circumstances observed by Emilia Ruiz Santos. After receiving complaints, the Ocobamba police station promptly responded by sending their members along with civil defense agents from the municipality of Ocobamba to the affected area. In order to determine the cause of their passing, a coordinated effort was made with the National Agricultural Health Service. It was of utmost importance to thoroughly investigate this incident, as it had a profound impact on the local community, as stated by Ocobamba County Mayor Henry Vilches Arango. This comprehensive response demonstrates the commitment of the authorities to address the concerns raised and ensure the well-being of both the residents and the livestock in the region. The speaker also confirmed that, apart from the holes found in their heads, there were no further signs of injury on any of the sheep. This unsettling event took place in the morning, resulting in the tragic passing of more than 30 sheep. The exact reasons behind this incident remain unknown, leaving the community in a state of bewilderment and concern. Prior to this occurrence, such an unprecedented event had never taken place in the region, leading to a sense of disbelief among the entire population. As news of the incident spread rapidly throughout the community, residents began speculating and attributing the passing to the infamous Chupacabra, a mysterious predator renowned for its attacks on animals. The incident in Ocobamba, and its resemblance to cattle exploration, has captured the attention of many. In both cases, the removal of organs from the animals is a common occurrence. Upon further investigation, representatives from SENASA, the National Health and Agricultural Food Quality and Safety Service, confirmed that they thoroughly examined the sheep. Their analysis led them to conclude that the cause of their passing was not due to any disease, but rather attributed to a wild animal attack. This finding sheds light on the mysterious circumstances surrounding these incidents and adds another layer of understanding to the peculiar phenomenon occurring in Ocobamba. Several lambs in the Andean highlands, located near the mentioned area, are experiencing brain injuries, including puncture wounds, as well as injuries to their eyes, characterized by severe damage or even loss. Others have come forward with similar encounters throughout the area. In the heart of the Peruvian highlands, a farmer named Juan Garcia found himself thrust into a puzzling and eerie mystery. As he tended to his flock of sheep one brisk morning, he made a chilling discovery that would send shockwaves through his community and ignite fears of the legendary Chupacabra. Juan Garcia, a hard-working farmer in the Andean region of Peru, rose before the sun each day to tend to his small flock of sheep. The farmer said that his routine was simple and familiar. He would feed the animals, inspect their health, and ensure they were safe from predators. However, on that fateful morning, as he approached the grazing sheep, he noticed something disturbingly unusual. The Chupacabra legend has fueled fear and intrigue across communities, especially in rural areas where livestock are essential for survival. Tales of inexplicable livestock passings and sightings of the elusive creature have contributed to the lore surrounding the Chupacabra. Upon discovering the sheep with strange holes in them, Juan Garcia immediately contacted local authorities and veterinarians. The incident garnered significant attention in the region, as many villagers began to speculate about the involvement of the Chupacabra. Veterinarians and animal experts conducted thorough examinations of the affected sheep, analyzing the holes and the surrounding tissue. Their findings were perplexing. The wounds did not match the patterns of common predators in the area, such as foxes or birds of prey. The legend of the Chupacabra, like many folklore traditions, holds immense power over communities and individuals. It serves as a cultural framework for understanding and interpreting the unexplained. In the case of the sheep, the Chupacabra legend offered a narrative that resonated with the eerie and unsettling nature of the injuries. Folklore allows communities to grapple with the unknown and the mysterious. It provides a means of coping with fear and uncertainty by attributing events to supernatural entities or forces. In Juan Garcia's village, the Chupacabra was not just a creature of myth, it was a symbol of the inexplicable and a source of communal solidarity in the face of an enigmatic event. In the realms of Latin American folklore and paranormal mysteries, few creatures have captured the imagination as profoundly as the Chupacabra. This enigmatic entity, whose name translates to goat sucker in Spanish, has carved out a lasting legacy as a fearsome and elusive predator, terrorizing rural communities and leaving a trail of mystery and intrigue. The Chupacabra is believed to have originated in the latter part of the 20th century, with its earliest reported sightings occurring in Puerto Rico in the mid-1990s. These initial accounts described a creature that exhibited peculiar characteristics, including sharp fangs, red eyes, and spines along its back. Most notably, it was said to prey on livestock, particularly goats and chickens, by draining their blood through small, precise puncture wounds. The legend quickly spread across Latin America and beyond, fueled by reports of livestock mutilations and mysterious animal deaths attributed to the Chupacabra. While the creature's physical description has varied over time and across regions, certain key traits, such as its blood-sucking tendencies and elusive nature, have remained consistent in the lore. The Chupacabra has become a fixture in Latin American folklore, weaving its way into the narratives of rural communities. As a symbol of the unknown and the inexplicable, the Chupacabra has served as a means of explaining unexplained livestock deaths, disappearances, and illnesses. In these stories, the Chupacabra embodies the fears and anxieties of rural life, where livestock are often central to economic survival. The legend offers a way to grapple with the uncertainties of rural existence, attributing misfortunes to a supernatural predator rather than the complexities of nature. In various locations, there have been sightings and reports of a different variation of the Chupacabra. Unlike the typical Chupacabra, these creatures were smaller in size and walked on all fours. They bore resemblance to canines, although they lacked any fur on their bodies. Biologists who examined actual specimens concluded that these animals were either coyotes, dogs, or hybrids of the two. The bizarre appearance of these creatures was attributed to a condition called mange, which is caused by an infestation of mites. It is believed that these canines turned to attacking livestock because the infestation severely weakened them, making it difficult for them to hunt their natural prey in the wild. The news of the disturbing incidents involving Puerto Rican farm animals quickly spread, leading to a wave of complaints from farmers in several other countries. Mexico, Argentina, Chile, Colombia, and the United States all experienced a similar pattern of mysterious expirations among their own farm animals. The perplexing nature of these incidents left the farmers baffled as they struggled to find a plausible explanation for the sudden and widespread loss of their livestock. Discussions are abound regarding the alleged top-secret scientific experiments conducted by the US government within the confines of the El Yunque rainforest. This particular notion isn't considered too far-fetched by certain Puerto Ricans who already harbor feelings of being exploited by the Americans. In fact, they entertain the possibility that the US could have concocted a blood-sucking creature within the laboratory and subsequently unleashed it upon the local farmland, leading to significant damage and disruption. Such conjecture stems from a deep-rooted skepticism and mistrust, fueled by a history of perceived mistreatment and exploitation. According to researchers, Homo sapiens, commonly known as modern humans, are believed to have emerged approximately 200,000 years ago. However, it is important to note that only a fraction of that time, specifically 195,000 years, has been documented and recorded. This means that an astounding 97% of our history remains largely unknown and undocumented. Throughout this extensive period, numerous significant events have taken place, and countless civilizations have risen and fallen. Unfortunately, due to the lack of tangible evidence left behind, we are unable to fully comprehend the existence and influence of these civilizations on our ancestors. It is a profound realization that the vast majority of our past, spanning thousands of years, remains shrouded in mystery. With each passing century, countless civilizations and their achievements have faded into obscurity, leaving us with only fragments of their legacy. The untold stories and untapped knowledge of these civilizations have become lost chapters in the epic tale of human history. According to certain researchers, it has been suggested that civilizations from the past have left behind intriguing symbols, drawings, and markings, which can serve as valuable clues in unraveling their activities and way of life. However, in the realm of archaeology, some anomalous findings have emerged, challenging our established historical understanding. One such intriguing discovery is an enigmatic drawing that was unearthed within a cave situated in Japan. Delving into the depths of this topic, it becomes increasingly evident that these ancient civilizations possessed a language of symbols and depictions that carried profound meaning. These visual remnants provide a window into their world, allowing us to gain insights into their rituals, beliefs, communication systems, and perhaps even their artistic expressions. The British Exploring Society was among the pioneers in sharing this intriguing discovery on their social media accounts, prompting their followers to weigh in with their interpretations. Since then, numerous other social media platforms have also shared this discovery, leading many to observe the striking resemblance between the drawing and an advanced aircraft. Similar drawings have been unearthed in various corners of the globe, including ancient Egypt. The fact that different civilizations have depicted the same phenomenon has raised eyebrows and sparked curiosity. However, one of the challenges associated with these discoveries is their isolated nature, often leaving researchers with little contextual information to determine the time period in which the drawing was created or the exact intent of the artist. Despite this, there are groups of individuals who believe that these drawings actually portray enigmatic flying aircrafts. Proponents of this theory argue that such depictions do not align with anything else known from those time periods, as aircraft and aerial vehicles were not believed to exist during those eras. Interestingly, these peculiar objects appear in the detailed accounts of various ancient cultures, including the Egyptians, Indians, and Mayans. The ancient Indians referred to these objects as vimanas, and it is noteworthy that numerous ancient paintings and carvings depict these enigmatic entities. Japan has a long history of intriguing and enigmatic tales, and one such captivating story revolves around the Utsuro-bune phenomenon. This incident, which occurred in 1803, centers around an extraordinary event where an alluring young woman appeared on the shores of Japan aboard a peculiar, technologically advanced vessel. Inquisitive local fishermen were both fascinated and perplexed by her presence, as she seemed unable to communicate in the native Japanese language. Uncertain of how to handle this extraordinary situation, the fishermen eventually decided to release her back into the sea, allowing her to depart in her peculiar craft. Local legends surrounding this mysterious occurrence often allude to the woman being a visitor from a distant and unfamiliar land, as her appearance and demeanor were noticeably distinct from the local inhabitants. Some intriguing accounts even mention a captivating element. The woman was said to be clutching a mysterious box in her hands when she arrived ashore. The story of the Utsuro-bune serves as a testament to Japan's profound and long-standing fascination with extraordinary occurrences and their willingness to embrace the enigmatic and unknown. Though limited historical information exists, the legend continues to captivate the imagination, allowing for various interpretations and speculations about the origin and purpose of the woman's unusual vessel, as well as her own identity and intentions. This mesmerizing tale has become a notable part of Japan's folklore, embodying the enduring allure of the unknown and the ever-present desire to unravel its secrets. The legend surrounding Utsuro-bune is supported by 3 distinct historical references, all originating from the early 1800s. While these references provide different accounts of the incident, they share certain similarities. The story also mentions a series of investigations that were conducted, each yielding somewhat contrasting findings. Notably, one of the more recent investigations was carried out by Dr. Kazuo Tanaka from Gifu University of Tokyo. According to his research, the legends surrounding Utsuro-bune lack specific details regarding the boat's movement, but do highlight the peculiar fact that it remained motionless on the water. These findings shed light on the complexity and enigmatic nature of the legend, inviting further exploration and analysis. During their exploration of an ancient cave system in India, Dr. Bhagat and his team made yet another peculiar discovery. According to their findings, they stumbled upon an intriguing cave painting that bore a striking resemblance to an extraterrestrial being. Astonishingly, they estimated that this painting could potentially be over 10,000 years old. Dr. Bhagat expressed his keen interest in seeking the opinions of both NASA and the Indian Space Research Organization in regard to this astonishing find. This discovery has sparked the speculation among certain theorists that advanced ancient civilizations thrived thousands of years ago, leaving behind compelling evidence of their presence. For instance, some theorists highlight the intriguing stone figure found amidst a cluster of ancient Mayan ruins in Guatemala. This stone figure intriguingly depicts a remarkably accurate representation of a modern-day astronaut, skillfully crafted in stone. Naturally, this enigmatic stone figure has been at the center of numerous debates surrounding ancient civilizations. Some claim that the representation of these gods as advanced beings from distant planets is a testament to their superior knowledge and technology. It is believed that these ancient civilizations may have possessed a profound understanding of astronomy, space travel, and the existence of beings from other worlds. This remarkable discovery, along with the cave painting found in India, adds an intriguing layer to humanity's understanding of its ancient past. The search for answers and the interpretation of these mysterious relics continue to captivate the minds of both scientists and enthusiasts alike. The cave paintings, which can be found in close proximity to central India, offer an intriguing sight as they depict a variety of both human and animal figures. Astonishingly, These ancient artworks exhibit depictions of kangaroos, giraffes, and fish-like creatures, species that are not native to India. However, one particular painting caught the attention of the research team due to its uniqueness. Dr. Bhagat, a member of the team, provided an interesting perspective on this discovery, suggesting that it implies a possibility that humans in prehistoric times might have encountered or imagined beings from other planets. This notion, which continues to pique the curiosity of both people and researchers, is further reinforced by the presence of figures wearing spacesuits in some of the depicted scenes. While similar cave paintings have been discovered in the past, none have exhibited such intricate and detailed renderings until now. Remarkably, this specific region is also home to portrayals of flying saucers, equipment, and depictions of abduction, prompting amateur researchers to question why mainstream scientists have not pursued further investigation. They argue that the omission of these astonishing discoveries from our history books hinders our understanding of the past and maintains that such findings could provide invaluable insights. On the contrary, mainstream researchers have dismissed these depictions as mere drawings, lacking any historical significance. Paul Hellyer, a former Canadian defence minister renowned for his views on the unknown, urged the government during his life to unveil classified information regarding unidentified objects and aliens. With a distinguished background as Canada's defence minister during the 1960s, Hellyer played a pivotal role in overseeing significant transformations within the Royal Canadian Navy, Canadian Army, and the Royal Canadian Air Force, ultimately leading to their integration into a unified entity. However, during the last years of his life, it was his assertions that have thrust him into the spotlight of mainstream media. Fascinatingly, Hellyer insists that influential figures in society are concealing the existence of extraterrestrial life, a notion that has prodded him to advocate for the disclosure of undisclosed knowledge in this domain. By delving into the enigmatic realms of unidentified objects and extraterrestrials, Hellyer's perspective adds a captivating facet to the ongoing discourse surrounding this phenomenon, inviting us to explore the depths of the unknown and broaden our understanding of the universe. In 2015, Mr. Hellyer initiated discussions regarding unidentified flying objects, expressing a noteworthy observation that these unexplained aerial phenomena are as prevalent as conventional aircraft in our skies. Furthermore, he went on to assert that extraterrestrial beings have been visiting our planet for an extended period of time, offering a profound insight into their motivation. According to Mr. Hellyer, their keen interest in Earth was catalyzed by the advent of the atomic bomb, which served as a significant turning point in their attention towards our civilization. Numerous experts in the field of UFO research have contended that during the initial testing of atomic weapons, there was a substantial surge in the number of reported sightings. Offering valuable insights into this intriguing phenomenon, Mr. Hellyer and other dedicated researchers proposed that the extraterrestrial beings observed our development and deployment of atomic bombs, which instantly propelled humanity to the status of a significant cosmic threat. By comprehensively exploring the correlation between nuclear weapons testing and the subsequent increase in UFO activity, these experts shed light on the profound impact our atomic capabilities had on the intergalactic community. During an interview, he expressed that there has been a significant increase in activity over the past few decades. He suggested that his surge in activity shows that aliens are genuinely concerned about our tendency to utilize this destructive weapon repeatedly, as it has the potential to disrupt the delicate balance of the entire cosmos. This apprehension stems from their fear of the consequences that such actions may have on the overall equilibrium of celestial entities. Mr. Hellyer put forward the notion that there are multiple individuals within the United States government who possess knowledge regarding the ongoing events. He further asserted that establishing contact with the appropriate individuals would swiftly provide the necessary evidence, thus insinuating that the truth is readily accessible. He elaborated on the information he has received from various sources, including documents and personal interviews. According to these sources, there is believed to be a range of 2 to 12 distinct species of extraterrestrial beings. Avi Loeb calls out Neil deGrasse Tyson for not practicing science on the UAP issue. Avi Loeb said the following about the recent UAP developments and Neil deGrasse Tyson's comments. The problem is that people like Neil are pretending they care about the data, but they are not seeking the data, and he is talking about it, but he is not practicing science. And what I'm trying to do is go to the Pacific Ocean, where we know there is an object that came from outside the solar system, and study it. Now it's possible that the government may have some materials or some evidence that we have no access to, but the sky is not classified. The oceans are not classified. And if Neil deGrasse Tyson was really curious about this question, he would have been seeking the evidence rather than saying we don't have evidence and that it's an extraordinary claim. But he's not doing anything about it. And practicing science is very different from talking about science. He's talking about science. I am practicing science. I write scientific papers, I publish, and I actually follow the evidence, and that's what we try to do. What I find strange is that many scientists resist this approach of trying to collect the evidence. Not only that they are not engaged in it, they are trying to push back and say it's a waste of time. But I say, let the science be done the way it should be done. And I'm really curious if the government has materials or information that is currently hidden from view, because as a scientist, I agree with Neil that we need access to the data. So the fundamental question for me is whether we will learn about what lies beyond the solar system by studying what's at the bottom of the Pacific Ocean before we learn it from politicians in Washington, or maybe some miracle will happen and we will learn from the government as well. Renowned astrophysicist Neil deGrasse Tyson recently featured on an episode of Who's Talking with Chris Wallace, where he was questioned about his perspective on the current frenzy surrounding mysterious visits to Earth. Tyson emphasized that, as a scientist, he remains steadfast in his position on the nature of the universe, requiring solid and substantiated evidence before adjusting his viewpoints. Tyson, when questioned about his belief in the existence of alien life in the universe, expressed that it would be surprising if life did not exist. He based this assertion on the prevalence of the same building blocks that support life on Earth, the rapid emergence of life on our planet, and the large number of planets discovered orbiting other stars. The absence of life under such circumstances would indeed be unexpected. During a discussion about the definition of the term alien as any form of life, there was a follow-up question regarding whether advanced beings have visited Earth. At this point, Tyson emphasized that although he maintains an open mind, he is not convinced by the blurry and ambiguous footage of unidentified objects in the sky that is often touted as evidence of alien presence. Neil said the following: "Is it possible for something to arrive here via a spacecraft? It could very well be out there. Currently, there is insufficient evidence to persuade a genuine skeptic that we have been visited. Allow me to mention that these indistinct, single-color tic-tacs that regularly appear within restricted airspace of the Navy, right here in our own atmosphere, are not enough to convince an astrophysicist, particularly when we have access to high-resolution images from the James Webb Space Telescope, which is positioned 1 million miles away from Earth, providing a glimpse at the farthest reaches of the universe. If you truly want to convince an astrophysicist about the existence of advanced visitors within our atmosphere, you'll need stronger evidence." While some theorists may find fault with Neil deGrasse Tyson's reasoning in this matter, contending that alien spacecraft could potentially possess the capability to conceal or disguise their appearance from the naked eye, or even from advanced technologies such as radar, Tyson is indeed correct in asserting that without solid evidence, everything remains speculative. As of right now, those who have been investigating this story have said that a smear campaign is happening right now against David Grusch. Air Force and intelligence community veteran David Grusch has ignited an intense debate surrounding the existence of unidentified objects. These claims, both historic and highly controversial, have encountered resistance from skeptics due to their extraordinary nature. Amongst Grusch's most astonishing assertions is the revelation of a non-human intelligence presence on our planet. Additionally, he alleges that the United States government has initiated a crash retrieval program specifically aimed at reverse engineering advanced spacecrafts. However, despite the publication of an exclusive interview with Grusch by Australian journalist Ross Coulthart, these extraordinary claims continue to be the subject of dispute. Intriguingly, the story took a serious turn when the veteran decided to testify under oath, adding a new layer of importance and significance to his account. After testifying under oath, both Grusch and Coulthart issued a cautionary statement, highlighting that the intelligence community would respond to their claims from various perspectives. One publication, in an attempt to undermine David Grusch's credibility, published a critical article targeting his health issues, particularly his struggle with post-traumatic stress disorder following his services. This hit piece is just one in a series of attempts made by several critics to discredit Grusch's assertions. David Grusch, a former intelligence officer in the Air Force, delivered a profoundly startling testimony where he revealed that he had been informed about a highly classified program focused on retrieving and reverse engineering unidentified aerial phenomena for several decades. Grusch went on to accuse the military of intentionally diverting funds in order to maintain secrecy surrounding these operations. This revelation uncovers a covert initiative that has spanned multiple generations, involving the examination and investigation of UAP incidents. The testimony presented is causing committee members to raise doubts regarding the appropriate approach for Congress to initiate an investigation into the witnesses' claims. They are also urging the executive branch to provide further clarification and explanations regarding its denial of the existence of certain programs. This comprehensive and detailed exploration delves into the deep-rooted questions surrounding the need for extensive inquiry and the demand for transparency. In an effort to gather more insights and evidence, legislators are aiming to initiate the process by acquiring supplementary details and records that Grusch claims to have submitted to the Pentagon's Inspector General subsequent to his involvement in 2 Defense Department task forces focusing on unidentified aerial phenomena. In order to extract more insights from him, they intend to conduct a meeting with the former official in a specialized facility known as a sensitive compartmented information facility. The vastness and intricacy of our world continue to captivate and bewilder us. With each passing day, we are confronted with astonishing discoveries that serve as a constant reminder of how much more there is to learn about our surroundings. Among the many intriguing phenomena circulating on social media, there is a photograph that has captured widespread attention. It purportedly depicts a colossal object traversing the expansive dunes of the Sahara Desert. The appearance of this enigmatic object has left observers perplexed and questioning the plausibility of such an immense entity journeying across such distances. This remarkable photograph has sparked a multitude of inquiries and speculation. How is it possible for an object of such magnitude to navigate the treacherous terrain of the desert? According to one user's suggestion, the large object in question could potentially be a stone that descended from one of the nearby mountains, thereby resulting in the substantial skid mark observed. However, an interesting point arises when examining the measurements, as the skid mark stretches over an impressive distance of 981 meters. This has raised doubts among some individuals regarding the plausibility of wind being capable of carrying such a massive object for such a considerable distance. The extended length of the skid mark has sparked speculation and prompted further inquiry into the likelihood of atmospheric forces being responsible for its transport. In response to the user's comment, another individual expressed their curiosity about the origin of the object, suggesting the possibility that it may have come from outer space. The observer further speculated that the object in question could potentially be a meteorite, and the visible trail behind it could be attributed to the impact of the object colliding with the ground. This insightful observation leads one to contemplate the fascinating concept of extraterrestrial bodies entering our planet. The notion that this idea is not entirely implausible gains credibility when considering that one of the most ancient meteorites ever unearthed was discovered in the vast expanse of the Sahara Desert. It has been determined by scientists that this extraterrestrial artifact dates back a staggering 4.6 billion years. Other individuals who had the opportunity to observe the photographs put forth more unconventional speculations. They proposed that the object in question could potentially be an advanced aircraft that had encountered a crash landing on the ground. One key observation they made was that the appearance of the object did not resemble that of a typical rock or a component of the surrounding mountains. Their reasoning behind this hypothesis was that something of such magnitude, which left a skid mark stretching over 40 meters, must have possessed considerable dimensions. Interestingly, astute observers pointed out that the starting point of the skid mark exhibited no indications of a mountain or an elevated region. This prompted some to assert that had the object originated from a mountain, there would have been a conspicuous absence of the mountain itself, accompanied by a noticeable gap. It is worth noting that such emissions cannot be detected in any of the photographs. As of right now, these photographs are still generating discussions online, with people confused as to how such a large structure would be able to slide across the Sahara Desert. Those who put forward the idea of the object moving via the use of ice sheets or wet areas should note that on average, the Sahara gets between 0 and 2 inches of rain per year, although some locations can go without rain for several years. Although this explanation may seem like the most likely answer, it's unlikely that such a large object would be able to move across the sands of Egypt with so little water. Even this theory is disputed among researchers, with some saying that more data is needed, and noting that the stones that have been moved via water are very small, under 20 inches in diameter. The object just photographed in the Sahara Desert measures in at over 84 meters in length. As some have pointed out as well, let's say that this object is a rock. Natural crushed rocks that measure between 10 and 20 inches weigh approximately 1.1 tons per cubic meter, with solid rock measuring in at 2.5 to 3 tons per cubic meter. One individual expressed their curiosity by stating the following: "While I do not necessarily propose a mysterious explanation, it is baffling to consider how an object of such considerable size could be displaced solely by wind or rain. Moreover, there is no mountain in proximity from which this object could have toppled. If the object had originated from the opposite side, where observable mountains exist, we could possibly attribute it to a substantial rock. However, this still does not account for the peculiar occurrence of a rock of such magnitude sliding across thousands of meters on sand. It is one of those perplexing circumstances that becomes increasingly bizarre the more one contemplates it." End quote. It is not uncommon for rocks to exhibit independent movement, and although the sliding rocks in Death Valley are not comparable in size to the aforementioned object, they represent a peculiar phenomenon that has been observed exclusively in this geographical location. The enigmatic Death Valley sailing stones have captivated researchers as they manifest the ability to initiate motion and leave marked trails across the smooth valley floor, all without any apparent human or animal involvement. This intriguing behavior occurs at various times throughout the day, with the rocks commencing their displacement and imprinting long tracks that can stretch over considerable distances or even abruptly change direction by executing a complete turnaround or making precise 90-degree turns. The scientific community has proposed multiple hypotheses to explain this mystifying rock movement. One widely accepted explanation postulates that a delicate balance of unique circumstances comes into play, resulting in the rocks gliding gradually over a subterranean frozen sheet of ice while taking advantage of optimal wind conditions generated by the distinct topography of the valley. Delving deeper into the subject, it becomes evident that the rocky journey is facilitated by the presence of specific conditions. These conditions arise naturally and work in conjunction to allow the stones to exploit the surface of the frozen ice below, acting as a slick track for their gradual progression. Furthermore, the geography of the valley contributes to the creation of favorable wind patterns that exert force upon the rocks, further propelling their movement. The occurrence of these extraordinary phenomena in Death Valley, recorded nowhere else on Earth, has sparked extensive research and investigation into the underlying mechanisms responsible for this fascinating natural spectacle. Scientists and experts continue to explore and analyze various factors, striving to unravel the mysteries surrounding the enigmatic movement of these remarkable sailing stones. Surprisingly, there is a lack of definitive evidence to support the notion of stone movement, as there are no records or direct observations documenting the rock's motion. This absence of proof has led some to speculate that there might be an alternative mechanism at work, giving rise to the concept of ley lines and peculiar electromagnetic phenomena observed at specific locations worldwide. Interestingly, this hypothesis holds considerable merit, as research has indicated that volcanic rock can indeed exhibit electromagnetic properties, much like what has been observed in other parts of the globe. Furthermore, investigations into the phenomenon have disproven the possibility of buoyancy-based mechanisms being responsible for the rock's displacement, specifically based on data from 2014. In addition, additional evidence suggests that the natural materials contained within these stones could possess magnetic properties and could potentially be influenced by electromagnetic forces. When considering all of these factors, it becomes evident that there is a need for further in-depth research to enrich our understanding of this intriguing phenomenon. The mysterious fortress. Archaeologists have recently uncovered remarkable evidence of real-life castles in the sand, constructed by an ancient culture in the Sahara Desert. According to recent satellite images, a significant discovery has been made in southwestern Libya, revealing over 100 fortress settlements belonging to a previously unknown or lost civilization. The ancient settlements, existing from approximately AD 1 to 500, were associated with a highly developed and enigmatic civilization known as the Garamantes. The Garamantes, who exercised their dominion over the region from around the 2nd century BC to the 7th century AD, governed these communities. During their investigation, researchers made a remarkable discovery by examining contemporary satellite imagery, including high-resolution images employed by the oil industry, as well as aerial photographs captured in the 1950s and 1960s. These findings unveiled the presence of fortified settlements, towns, villages, and agricultural lands belonging to the ancient Garamantes civilization. Situated approximately 620 miles, or 1,000 kilometers to the south of Tripoli, the fortresses have been officially identified through the analysis of Garamantes pottery samples that were gathered during a research mission in early 2011. Project leader David Mattingly, hailing from the esteemed University of Leicester in the United Kingdom, expressed his deep astonishment at the remarkable level of preservation observed within the ancient mud brick compounds. The archaeologist shared that despite some slight slumping caused by wind erosion, the walls of these historical sites remain resilient, standing tall at heights ranging from 3 to 4 meters or 10 to 13 feet in certain areas. This enduring state of the walls lends insight into their stability and longevity, even in the face of natural forces. Archaeologists, upon witnessing the meticulous and precisely laid out architecture, could have been in danger of misidentifying the construction as Roman frontier forts due to their striking similarities in design. According to researchers, it is important to note that these sites extend far beyond the borders of the Roman Empire. In fact, they serve as significant indicators of a prominent African kingdom that held immense power and influence. In addition, it was a surprising revelation for the scientists to discover that these sites, consisting of burial grounds and agricultural fields, are densely concentrated in close proximity to each other. In this particular case, it is worth noting that within an expanse of 1.5 square miles, which equates to approximately 4 square kilometers, there existed no less than 10 well-established settlements of a significant size. The existing information regarding the Garamantes primarily stems from archaeological digs conducted at their capital city Jama, located approximately 125 miles northwest of their domain. Furthermore, insights into the Garamantes are derived from ancient Roman and Greek texts, offering valuable accounts that aid in understanding their civilization. According to Mattingly, the perception of the lost lords of the Sahara suggests that they were an advanced and sophisticated civilization. This characterization, as described in National Geographic magazine, highlights their elevated status and intellectual prowess. According to the expert, the society in question can be identified as having advanced in various areas, including metallurgy, the production of high-quality textiles, and the development of a writing system. These significant indicators suggest the presence of a well-organized and highly structured state-level society. According to Philip Kenrick, an archaeologist from the University of Oxford who was not involved in the new research, the heritage authorities in Libya, plagued by a lack of funds, have been unable to carry out field research, resulting in a significant gap in our understanding of the ancient civilization. This financial constraint has hindered their ability to delve deeper into the knowledge and exploration of this rich historical legacy. The recently discovered archaeological findings serve as a profound testament to the ingenious irrigation methods employed by the ancient civilization of the Garamantes. According to the project leader Mattingly, the region under consideration is characterized by a profoundly arid environment found in the Saharan desert, known as hyper-arid. The Garamantes, an ancient civilization, ingeniously tapped into prehistoric water sources by constructing elaborate underground canals. These canals served not only as a means to extract water, but also as a method to cultivate a diverse range of crops. The allure of space exploration and the mysteries of the cosmos have long captivated humanity's imagination. Over the years, reports of unidentified objects have fueled speculation about advanced life and advanced technology beyond Earth. SpaceX, founded by entrepreneur Elon Musk in 2002, has rapidly become a leader in the space industry, with ambitious goals of making space travel more accessible and sustainable. While SpaceX has made significant strides in space exploration, it has also become inadvertently entangled with unidentified objects, raising questions about the nature of these encounters and their implications. Over the years, there have been several reports of unidentified objects spotted in close proximity to SpaceX rockets during launches or while in orbit. These sightings, often captured on camera, have generated considerable interest and debate among researchers, space enthusiasts, and the general public. A space mission launched by SpaceX, equipped with state-of-the-art technology, encountered an unusual sighting, an elongated cylinder-shaped object that slowly approached the SpaceX rocket. The cylinder-shaped, unidentified object, appearing as a metallic, elongated object, exhibits no known propulsion system or origin. Its approach toward the SpaceX rocket defies conventional understanding. The object's symmetrical and streamlined design suggests a level of engineering far beyond terrestrial capabilities, inviting speculation about its potential advanced origin. As the cylinder approached, the live footage was stopped and was even edited to remove the object from the live stream. As of right now, there are instances where unidentified objects or anomalies are captured in the background of these live feeds. When NASA or other space agencies remove such objects from their live streams, it's typically for a combination of logical and technical reasons. However, researchers have said this is done in order to cover up these mysterious objects. On April 30th, SpaceX's colossal Falcon Heavy rocket effectively deployed 3 satellites into high Earth orbit, marking a significant milestone, as it was the first time that none of the rocket's boosters were retrieved. On the evening of Sunday, April 30th, the rocket launched and all stages performed as expected, delivering the trio of payloads to geostationary Earth orbit. The exhaust emitted from the rocket created an impressive spectacle, as observed from a perspective on the ground. Elon Musk, the CEO of SpaceX, has expressed that he would consider it a success if the new Falcon Heavy rocket manages to launch without any issues. The rocket engines were successfully tested at the Kennedy Space Center in Florida, paving the way for its first ever flight in the upcoming weeks. However, during this mission, users watching the live stream said that they saw strange objects in the background. This caused the users to take videos of the objects and post them to social media. Oddly enough, those who investigate the unknown have said that this isn't the first time that mysterious objects have been captured during SpaceX missions, and it's caused some to suggest that these videos could be proof of unidentified objects. In the vast expanse of the night sky, the Falcon Heavy rocket soared into space, carrying a payload of satellites destined for orbit. The atmosphere at the launch site was electrifying, with spectators and engineers watching the powerful engines ignite, propelling the spacecraft towards the stars. Among the eager onlookers were those interested in unidentified objects. One user named Tom said they had always been captivated by the mysteries of the universe, and he couldn't resist the opportunity to witness a SpaceX mission firsthand. Armed with his trusty telescope and camera, he set up his equipment in a prime viewing spot. As the rocket climbed higher and higher into the sky, leaving a trail of exhaust behind, Tom scanned the surrounding area with his telescope. His eyes widened as he noticed something peculiar, a light object hovering in the vicinity of the spacecraft. It appeared to be glowing and staying close to the rocket. He quickly viewed the live feed in order to confirm his sighting, and noted that the mysterious object seemed to effortlessly match the speed and trajectory of the Falcon Heavy, stating that it maintained a steady distance. He was one of the people who uploaded the footage to social media, saying that you can see two objects flying past the rocket. He said that its smooth and seamless movements indicated an advanced level of technology. In recent years, there have been numerous reports of unidentified objects in close proximity to SpaceX missions. These sightings have sparked curiosity and intrigue among both space enthusiasts and enthusiasts alike. While the exact nature and origin of these UFOs remain a subject of debate, several factors can be considered to understand why they are often observed near SpaceX missions. Firstly, the launch of a SpaceX mission attracts significant attention from the public and media. These missions involve advanced technology, groundbreaking achievements, and the exploration of outer space. Such high-profile events naturally draw the interest of individuals who are interested in unidentified objects. As a result, people are more likely to be actively observing the skies during these missions, increasing the chances of spotting unusual aerial phenomena. Secondly, the presence of mysterious aircrafts near SpaceX missions may be attributed to the characteristics of the rockets and spacecraft themselves. SpaceX has been at the forefront of developing innovative technologies and pushing the boundaries of space exploration. Moreover, it is important to acknowledge the possibility that some of these sightings may be misinterpretations or misidentifications of conventional objects or atmospheric phenomena. However, it is worth noting that some sightings near SpaceX missions defy conventional explanations. Witnesses have reported witnessing objects that exhibit extraordinary flight characteristics, such as sudden changes in direction, rapid acceleration, or hovering in place. These sightings challenge our understanding of known aerodynamic principles and raise intriguing questions about the nature of these objects. One possible explanation for the presence of mysterious aircrafts near SpaceX missions is the hypothesis that advanced civilizations may be monitoring our technological advancements and space exploration efforts. It is conceivable that highly advanced civilizations from other star systems are curious about our progress and are observing our activities. SpaceX missions, with their cutting-edge technology and ambitious goals, could be of particular interest to these civilizations. Another perspective suggests that the sightings near SpaceX missions could be related to the phenomenon known as interstellar transit. According to this theory, advanced extraterrestrial civilizations may be utilizing gravitational assists from spacecraft or harnessing energy from rockets to facilitate their own interstellar travel. In this scenario, the sightings could be instances of these civilizations taking advantage of the gravitational or energy fields created by SpaceX missions. While the true nature of these sightings near SpaceX missions remains a mystery, they underscore the need for continued scientific exploration and open-mindedness. It is essential to investigate and analyze these reports using rigorous scientific methods, taking into account both conventional and unconventional explanations. The question of whether advanced life exists elsewhere in the universe has captivated humanity for centuries. Are we alone in the vast expanse of space, or is there a higher probability of advanced civilizations thriving beyond our planet? The vastness of the universe is an awe-inspiring concept. With billions of galaxies, each containing billions of stars, it seems inconceivable that Earth would be the only planet capable of sustaining life. The sheer number of potential habitable worlds provides a statistical basis for the existence of advanced life elsewhere. Moreover, the discovery of thousands of exoplanets, some of which reside in the habitable zone of their star systems, has fueled optimism that conditions necessary for life may be common in the universe. The existence of extremophiles, organisms capable of thriving in extreme conditions on Earth, also supports the possibility of advanced life in the universe. These resilient life forms have been found in environments once considered inhospitable, such as deep-sea hydrothermal vents, acidic lakes, and frozen tundra. If life can adapt and persist in such harsh environments on Earth, it suggests that similar adaptations might have occurred on other worlds, enabling the development of advanced life forms. Another factor to consider is the age of the universe. The universe is estimated to be approximately 13.8 billion years old, providing ample time for the evolution of advanced civilizations. Given the vast timescales involved, it is plausible that intelligent life may have emerged and progressed beyond our current level of technological advancement elsewhere in the cosmos. If this is the case, the chances of encountering advanced extraterrestrial civilizations become increasingly likely. So, what do you make of these mysterious objects seen near SpaceX missions? Be sure to leave your questions and answers in the comment section below and help us to grow this community while working to solve these unexplained mysteries. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.